I I think you all have to give permission, please. And I'll just do an addendum for the objects that I've already touched on for the energetics that are in our healing process this evening, the objects on the altar.
May I? May I inject something with your dandelion? It is also the seed. The dandelion
Yes.
seed, the seed that we plant in our being, that we spread through our service.
That's true. And I think the thing that strikes me with dandelions is how they need no help or no
Right.
human hand to just spread far and wide when we don't interfere. Another object is, this is the most recent stone or crystal being to my world and home. See if I can get a good picture of it in there.
Amethyst?
No, that's, if you can see, it's very dark red, orange. This is, and there's many other things in there, but it's mainly the crystalline pieces. This is vanadinite. I'd never seen or heard of it before. Recently, just actually out in California, came across it and bought it there. And vanadinite is many things. It helps with many things, but I think the reason why it's here, particularly this evening, is that it is very good for the unmanifest energies for the body in particular. And it aligns with the optimum self, creating alignment with the optimum self and being able to tap into that perfection of pattern that is in the energetic and in the spiritual aspects of us, so that we can pull more of that optimum self through to this body here and now. And that's what I was talking about a little earlier, about upgrading, not only physically, but on other levels. And another object, this is a beautiful little whistle, but it's a bird. This was made by a very dear being I spent almost a week with, along with thousands of other people, or several thousand, at an Indigenous Elders Conference. And there were Indigenous elders from, I think I counted 13 or 14 different tribes, and they were teaching all day for 5 days. It was magnificent. And she's from a tribe in Mexico. And the bird is here because we have lost more than, I think it's 60 to 70% of just our local songbirds, backyard birds, birds here in the United States, for various reasons, not only because we're missing trees and all that goes, that whole environment and ecosystem that goes around the trees, but also surprisingly, one of the things that have caused a decrease in birds are cats. And, you know, I love my cat. He's over there, right there, just participating with us. But they have really affected the population of songbirds and backyard birds. And that's really important because of all that birds do, not just give us that joy and delight in their beauty and their looks, but in how they spread seeds and how they just everything, the whole cycle, as we know. So they're here to bring in the energy of the birds. There's also a very, very strong dragon energy right now. Different aspects of dragon. So this is a stone. It's actually a black kyanite. Yes, exactly. Black kyanite. But to me, it's always represented a dragon's tooth. So that's here representing the dragon. There's a very strong anchoring that we're being invited to right now. Kathy, who knows what that is?
Hematite.
Pardon?
Hematite.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. This is a particularly heavy piece. I mean, I know hematite is always heavy, but just having it in this form, I love it because it just sinks down deep. We also have, which I've worked with, many different forms of magic and am currently. And what we're looking at now is, as magic, is the speed at which things can change. That's one of the key factors of magic, is that we think it's going to take so long, but it does not have to. Change can happen incredibly fast and in a way beyond even our imagining. So those are the two key factors of magic that I work with. That's through all the different flavors and forms of magic. And to bring that even more, this is the front cover of a Sierra magazine from September of 2020. And part of my kitchen is zoned as an office. So there are many things there. And one of them is kind of a crystal file holder. And this has been standing up there for over 2 years, going on 3 or 2.5 years, whatever it's been, because of this statement. The end of oil is near, and that was then. And what just happened last week just made that a possibility. The old is gone. It cannot hold on through petroleum and gas and coal and all the other destructive ways of energy anymore. And despite the fact that the largest holders of that form of energy allied themselves about 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago, which is China, Russia, and Saudi Arabia. And there's been a very strong alliance they've created. They met, and that's basically, holding all of the energy, 70% or whatever it is of the energy in the world through of petroleum and coal and gas. And with the news of last week, not only is the end of oil near, and by oil, I'm referring to the old way. Does anybody know what happened this week that made this now obsolete?
Well, the advances in fission.
Yes, exactly. And that's a reality at this point. The technology is there, which means untold amounts of free renewable energy. So the possibility, again, from what looked like never happening, years happening, decades happening, can happen very, very quickly. So, and another energetic that is very present right now, and this is one of my new ornaments for the year. And not only the star, and this particular type of star that radiates in so many different directions in so many ways, but it's the gems. And gems and their facets are a very particular type of energy or energetic. And as we are all cutting more facets in our being and polishing them, so that the gems are here tonight. And this is a beautiful little example of artistry there's feathers and all kinds of little natural objects. This was made by someone special many years ago, and it sits with me all the time on the magic altar. And the last object tonight is a translucent egg.
Wow.
Doesn't really show up well on this camera.
Wow.
Let me see if I can get it closer. Ugh.
That's cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's representing the birthing and rebirthing of us all. And that coming alive from a contained place, a confined place, a limited place, and breaking out in a wholly different form and being. So those are some of the energetics that are here this evening, as well as the nature intelligence that we were talking about earlier. And I'm going to bring in some more as they appear. We had quite a few jumping forward, but we'll see who appears once we drop in. So I invite you all to just get comfortable. Seated is preferable if you can, but I want you to be comfortable as well. And I invite you to just allow yourself to feel your body. Just simply feel your body seated on the chair, on the couch, on the bed, whatever it is. And, you know, we sit all the time or stand, and we're kind of aware of some parts of us, but not very aware of others. So as you're sitting on the chair or couch or bed, I really invite you to just sensate the contact between your body and whatever you're sitting on. And generally people are kind of aware of a couple points here and there, but not the full body parts that are actually touching the chair. I'm just going to say chair rather than all the different options that one can be sitting on. So I invite you to just bring your attention, not your mind's eye, but your actual physical sensations of your thighs, the back of your knees, maybe even your outer thighs are touching the chair or whatever you're sitting on. And we have many areas of our rear ends. And again, sometimes we're aware of the center areas where our sits bones are. If you know where your sits bones are, I invite you to feel them, not just think about them, not just vision them, but actually feel them, even if you have to put your hands there, you know, to feel. And I encourage you to do so by all means. Put your hands, rub your hands over your thighs, your legs, back of your knees, your calves, if they're touching the chair as well. And then venture, again, with your hands, or if you're used to this practice, feeling the back of your pelvic bones on the chair. And then feeling, if you know where your kidneys are a little bit below your ribs in the back. Part of the ribs cover them. But that area of your low back, just little by little, again, the invitation is to not see those parts of your body, not think about them, but actually feel them touching whatever you're sitting on. And just being with them, connecting, communicating by allowing them to let you feel them. Just continue to do this, sensating, feeling in a very physical way. Starting with the outside of your body, it's easiest oftentimes the areas that are actually touching a chair or couch or the floor or a bed. Then again, just noticing if you can feel your breath moving through your body to every single cell from top to bottom. Again, not visualizing, just feeling the oxygen moving through, perhaps easiest initially through your throat, through your nose, through your chest, through your lungs, if you can feel that. In whatever way that breath is moving. Not trying to make it do anything different. This is a communication and connection and cooperation and collaboration and communing with and in and as and through your body. It is through this vehicle, this vessel, that we explore this particular plane of existence. But it is also true that down and in and through your body lies your wider self, your soul self, your own body intelligence. That is completely tailored to you because it is you. So the more you're able to go down and inside you, the deeper the communication with the many parts of you, the more clear the messages and information from your soul self to you, guiding you, leading you, showing you. In every given moment, what is optimal for you. So just continuing to go down and in, down and in. And I'm going to call in some of the helpers and beings that stepped forward to work with us this evening. As always, the directions, holding the cardinal points for us to begin the complex and beautiful sacred geometrics. Formed by those that are present here this evening, and even those that wanted to be but couldn't make it this evening. And each of you are held in this container with the geometrics coming through you, from you, and all that you are experiencing at this moment in time. The wondrous, the beautiful, the excitement, the magic, as well as the challenges and shadows and emotional knots and twists. For all of you is needed. All of you is significant. All of you is purposeful. Purposefully here. And so as we call in the north, representing the elders. Normally those are appear last, but this evening, for some reason, they are stepping forward first. North, the direction of wisdom, patience, prayerfulness. Direction of the east for illumination and heightened thought processes. The direction of the south for wide-eyed wonder, playfulness, innocence. The direction of the west as this winter approaches, giving us ample space and time and opportunity for introspection, going within. In the direction of above with our cosmic companions. Those of our near neighbors' solar system and those that stretch far and wide throughout this galaxy and the universe itself. Very recently appearing an energy beam from the other side of the universe pointed directly at the earth. In the direction of below, with the many, many, many beings, engineers, maintenance, and those efforting to keep this physical reality functioning, moving. As well as the minerals and metals and ores in the strata of the inner earth. And as always, the exceptional elements that of the air, bringing us ideas, imagination, thought into the possibility of form. The element of water, which allows us the breadth and width of our emotional experience as humans. Like nowhere else. The element of earth, soil, land. All that goes on beneath our very feet. And the miraculous occurrences all around us through the ecosystems, habitats, environments on this earth. And the powerful element of fire in its many forms, from the very sun's radiance to the molten core of the earth. That which warms us, that which allows us to transform so many things from one form to another. As well as the fire of spirit, simply allow yourself to feel. Again, not see, not think, not through your third eye, but feel in your body the air, the oxygen moving through, around you, from you, through you. the many emotions that have flitted across your system in even this one single day. And feeling your body, truly being with, in a physical way, visceral way, palpable way. Inside this vessel. Even experiencing organs and tissues from the inside of you. And the very fires of spirit which call you towards the means, the way, the paths, deepening your connection to your own divinity and the divine in all things. The ancient cultures were very physically based. Their ceremonies, their practices, their rituals, their holidays, in conjunction with the seasons and cycles and stages of the earth, nature. And the non-physical, represented in dance, in food, in communication. Recognizing death as simply another door through which constant contact and connection and communication continues. Even when not in physical form. Or be it through plants, gods, goddesses, representatives of everything that make up this exceptional reality called Earth. Nature intelligence which continues to grow and expand and modify and adjust and adapt. When and as we truly feel and experience these levels of our being, there is a felt knowing of our eternality. And as eternal beings with complete and utter free will, you choose how your life can be. You choose how you want this world to be. It is your wishes, your dreams, your desires that design and allow or even engineer the future that which you have been waiting for has begun. That which you've been working toward is in motion. That which you came here for is in process. And while each may have their own unique dream of the world, there are threads running through the vast majority of those participating in this reality. The very basics of clean air, clean water, clean food, freedom to explore and pursue and create. Without threat to life or limb, or mind or heart. Allow yourself to drop down and in another level or two. Nothing you need do, nothing you need know. Simply allow your energy field and your wider self know exactly how to bring you deeper within, even though to you that may feel like on the edge of sleep or sleep itself. The words are unimportant. Simply allow yourself to feel what you feel. Not analyzing or tracking or labeling, but simply sensating, simply experiencing. You may feel movement within, you may feel nothing. It is your system's unique, individualized way. And the opportunity is here to experience yourself and feel in a way that perhaps you have not done before. But the deeper you drop down and in, the more powerfully the energetics reach into the very cells of you. The alchemical blending and mixing and turning and stirring of all that has been spoken, all those energetics that are here, offering, presenting, participating. Through your cells to the very atoms, and subatomic particles. Simply allow, simply drop ever more deeply down and in. No effort, no work, no do. Simply allow. As the energy of the solstice presents itself, signifying duality itself. And the beauty that lies therein. The polarities of day and night, light and dark, masculine, feminine, destructive, creative. Bringing your system to equanimity and equipoise with both. And the beautiful dance of yin and yang. Bringing forth the very jewel within. That you have covered and uncovered countless times with each new cuts, new facets, new angles, new ways to catch and absorb the light, as well as deflect and reflect. That jewel which is you, so precious, so fine, so rare as to be unique. And touching into that eternal self, of which, through which, as which, life force, the force of life itself, enlivening, enlightening, enhancing, through every aspect of your physicality. In and through your physical environment, home, office, work, relationships, finances, more and more life force. Drink deeply and deeper still. Of all that is here, of all that you are. By simply allowing nothing you need do, nothing you need know, nothing you need be. Simply here, simply now. Experiencing, expressing, expanding. Knowing this is you and that you can feel this at any given moment. For it all sits within. This breathtakingly divine, sacred vessel. And with that knowing and assurance that you can revisit this way of you, this space of you, whenever you so choose. Enabling you to feel and sensate and experience your energy field and your wider self, guiding you, leading you, showing you your own unique organic way of moving from what was perhaps a less physical experience back to more physical form. No push, no decision, no forcing, no doing. Simply feel and experience the way, the rhythm, the timing, the form of your own unique way. Maybe even pausing in the in-between and feeling, experiencing your less physical self and your more physical human self, and the fluidity with which you are able to move between one and the other. Hold both. Such that it is a felt remembering Only when and as your system indicates to you that it is time to move in any way that feels right, or open and perhaps close again your eyes, or have a bit of water. For you have followed very well the organic way of consolidating and integrating that is just right for you. Again, ever so gently, ever so gently. Allow yourself to sense and listen and know how to receive that communication from your body as to when it is right to move and open your eyes and have a sip of water and more fully return to this consensus reality. Taking your time,